Let's look at the ingredients that I'm going to be using to make pepper rasam. Obviously the main ingredient here is pepper to commemorate the pepper talk, but there are a few other spices and ingredients that I'm going to be using today, which will enhance the flavor of the rasam and give a stunning end product. So the first ingredient that is very important to make rasam, any rasam, is tamarind. Tamarind is a fruit and it's got a sweet, sour, tangy taste to it. So it lends tanginess to the rasam. So I'm going to soak that in some water and take the extract out. Then I've got 2 ripe tomatoes. These are from my garden. I've got jaggery, 1 tablespoon there. And again, jaggery, tamarind, tomatoes, pepper, they all go very well together. And the rasam would taste simply wonderful. So I'm going to be using some jaggery. Jaggery is unrefined sugar. And then I've got cumin seeds here. Again, cumin seeds are from Africa. It's an African spice, but it's used worldwide, especially in the South Indian dishes. It works very, very well. And of course, we've got pepper. We've spoken extensively about it. And then the next spice in line is Asafoetida. Asafoetida, or hing as it's called in Hindi, or peringayam in Tamil, it's a very pungent smelling spice, and it used to be called devil's dung, I'm told. I'm not sure why it was called that, but it's probably because it's got a very pungent aroma to it. But it blends in really well with the rasam or sambar or whatever dish that we make, and then you wouldn't really be able to smell it separately in the final dish. But it's necessary. All of these, that's true of all of these dishes, all of these ingredients, they all lend something to the dish to make it a fantastic one. So each of these ingredients are important and they have to be used in the right amounts to get the right tastes. And of course, turmeric. We know turmeric has healing properties and used extensively both in India and Africa and now worldwide as well. And then I've got Tuar dal. This is a type of lentil, and this is the lentil that needs to be used to make rasam. So what I've done is I've pressure cooked the Tuar dal, and I've cooked it really well. So it needs to be like this. It needs to be a smooth and blendable dal mix. So that's what I've done with this. So I pressure cooked it for about 3 to 4 pressure cooker whistles till it's very well done. For the garnishing, I've got black mustard seeds, some cumin seeds, curry leaves, and a generous amount of fresh coriander leaves. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil to a pan and let it heat up. Now this is hot, so I'm going to add the mustard seeds and let them splutter. You can hear them spluttering. So add the curry leaves at this point and also the cumin seeds. Now adding the tomatoes. Now I'm going to add tamarind water to the tomatoes and the mustard seeds. So I took that bowl of tamarind, I soaked it in some hot water, I squeezed it with my fingers and I got this extract, and I'm going to add this extract to the tomatoes. I'm going to next add the turmeric powder and the salt to taste and bring this to boil and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. So while the rasam is simmering, I'm just going to toast the peppercorns and the cumin seeds till a lovely aroma arises from them. You can use them without toasting them, but when you toast black pepper and cumin seeds, the aroma is simply brilliant and it takes the rasam to a different notch, so to a higher notch. So I'm just going to toast them till a lovely aroma arises from them. And then crush them in the mortar and pestle till we get a coarse powder. So there it is, our crushed cumin and black pepper coarse powder. See, the rasam's been simmering now for about 5 minutes, so it's almost ready. The tomatoes are cooked and it's all blended in nicely. So at this stage I'm going to add the cooked tur dal. I'm going to add the cooked tur dal along with 2 cups of water because I want the rasam to be watery. It's a watery soup consistency, so thin soup consistency. We're going to let this now simmer for about 5 minutes. Adding the Asafoetida at this stage, jaggery and our toasted pepper and cumin. I'm just adding half first because it can be quite fiery, and then we'll mix it up. After I've added this, it shouldn't really simmer for too long because the flavors will be lost. So I'm just going to let it simmer for about 30 seconds and then I'm going to turn it. Now I'm going to add the coriander. So the more coriander you add, the more aromatic the rasam will be. And that's it. Pepper rasam is ready to serve. Thanks for watching.